Hi everyone, I'm Sushma and welcome to my YouTube channel. So today in this video I'll be covering this amazing property and this resort, army theme based resort near Nandi Hills. So it's almost been a night stay here in this place and I absolutely love it. So it's quite a different stay than the usual resorts that we see in and around Bengaluru. So yeah, let me take you through this resort and what they got to offer. Is inside the Canterbury castles and you can easily rely on Google Maps for this. And if you are an army enthusiast or if you're looking out for different stay options for your friends and families, then you can consider VAMA retreats. Let's check in together. So right now I'm in the parking lot. As you can see, it's a very spacious place. I'll be taking you all from the entrance to cover the complete property and explain you what and all they got to offer and what you can expect here and how you can spend a great holiday with your friends and families. So I'll tell you more about how I booked this place. I didn't find any activities or a day out that was planned. So initially I was planning for a night stay here, so I booked for the accommodation. But if you are willing to have a more extensive plan in the resort without going anywhere out, you can have that as well. So I'll include a little footage which I had taken on arrival, which explains you what and all are the activities that they are going to take you through. So that is one thing. And stay options, there are 3 stay options which I'll be explaining in a while. Even though if you don't have an extensive plan for yourself and your family, you can come here and they'll have a package ready for you. So one of the speciality of the resort that is something different from the regular resorts offer is the one thing, it's a theme based resort. So as soon as you enter, you get greeted by telling Jain, which is very different, and they are actually going on to the theme and it's all army based. You can see a lot of the shades of greens and camouflage, everything. So I'm wearing this as well so as to match on with the theme. The staff here are extremely friendly. The meal, because I had breakfast, I can tell you that it's quite healthy and there are a lot of options to choose from. And this is a pet friendly resort, so you can get your pet as well. And also they have a lot of pets here. You can see them feeding, you can see them playing. And as it is very close to Nandi Hills, so you can expect a lot of nature. Yeah, so now let me take you through all the stay options they have to offer. Yeah, let's go. So right now I'm entering into the room that is called as AC couple rooms. So it has all the basic amenities. You can see here there are cupboards, there are lockers, the bed, and this is the washroom area. There you can get all these places. One is washroom and the one is toilet. All the hanging place. One thing I can tell you that this place is extremely clean and well maintained. They sanitize it after every guest, so that's a great thing. And this is called as AC couple rooms, where you get 2 beds that is being attached and like all the basic amenities. And next I'll take you to what is called as AC family room. So right now I'm entering into AC family room. So as you can see, the room is almost similar to the AC couple room, except for the bunk beds that you get, and you get a place for the pet and a study table. If you are getting your pet, then you can get a small stay option for your pet as well. This can be included in the AC couple room as well. And let me show you through the room. The structure remains the same, similar to that of our AC couple room. This washroom area, the toilet areas, everything. As you can see, I'm right now in the tent stay. I couldn't find this while booking on the website, so on asking them I got to know this is a new setup that is being made available for the guest. So there are basic amenities. So you'll get fan here. Rest all you'll have these beds. I think there are 4 beds that is being accommodated in this tent. And There's a washroom here as well. Oh, there's too much close up. You need not go very far off for washrooms, so you have the washrooms right here. So yeah, you can see there's multiple washrooms available here. So catering for guests, for friends, or multiple guests can consider this option. Yeah. So talking to the staff members, I got to know that pre-COVID, this whole thing was known as VAMA camp. Now you know it as VAMA retreats by the website. So VAMA camp usually catered with a lot of corporate events and the events wherein people get to experience the army life, like the training, the camp part of it. So that's why this whole area is army theme based, military theme based, and each and every one here have some or the other knowledge of army. Whenever I talk to people, like they are either from a army background or cadet background or something like that. So this is very interesting to get this whole experience from the people who have experienced it before. So this whole thing is run by Director Colonel VG Pandey. So under his guidance, he has trained ex-NCC cadets who has trained a lot more other trainees under them, so as to make sure experience that is unmatched with the army training camp. So now that I've covered the tent stay, so right now you can see behind me is a pool area that is under construction for the guests, and also there is a pool area that is, I think, very much finished, that is for the dogs, the pets. This is the pool area for your pets, and it opens up for this dining space, so they have a dedicated washroom space for it as well. Goes up of the villas. It's almost in a structure of a home plan that is being built. I think few of the things are still under construction, but nevertheless they have all the service up and running, and the rooms are quite clean, and yeah, there's no compromise in the quality of the activities. That is what I can say. So right now I'm entering into a villa. So they have options for 1 BHK as well as 2 BHK villa. Right now 2 BHK villas are occupied, and so 1 BHK villa is all I have so that I can share with you. So 2 BHK villa will be almost similar, have similar structure, has similar amenities except for a single extra room. So as you can see, once you enter, you have a TV and a living area, and you have a kitchen kind of a space wherein you can actually make the coffee, the teas, hot beverages for yourself. You have a refrigerator for yourself and a dining space. This room is quite well ventilated, and they have mentioned in the brochure that they have shared is that a guest can get their alcohol. Alcohol will not be sold out in the premises, but guests can get their own. Now we will enter into a room. So this is like the master bedroom, which has a double size bed and all are AC equipped, and there is a huge curtain rails which opens up into a very big well lit balcony kind of a space. You have all the cupboards, almost have a full length mirror here, and the washroom. This completes the whole tour of 1 BHK villa. So 1 BHK villa is situated quite secluded from the resort, kind of a like 2 to 3 minutes walk from the resort. If you are someone who want a personal space for yourself, and you can have this view of the hills here. So yeah, these are all the amenities that you get if you opt for the villa here. You get 1 BHK and 2 BHK villa. So the other part of this resort is where this pool, the dog pool area, the tents and a gazebo. This is the dining area has been covered, along with an open space which is open for recreational events and for the gaming zones, and the place where you can unleash your pets. Right now I'm in the dining area, which is also called as the gazebo, and the tents are also here. That 6 tents to opt from, and in front of me is a very open area where you can it's a play area for you and your pets, and there is a net area where you can unleash your pets. So throughout the property you can actually take your pet with leash, but here you can let them play without the leash. So let me show you the open area. So it's quite windy out here, but I'll try to explain that. Suppose if you opt for the package, they have a lot of activities planned out for you, right? So in that, one of the activities is the morning trek that they take you to a hill that is adjacent to the Nandi hills. It's a very small trail, usually lasts from 7:30 to 9 o'clock, and anyone between the age of 6 to 60 can be a part of that trek. It's a very easy trail and basic ascent and basic descent without any much inclination. And yeah, so they'll guide you to the place, so you have to go there with your personal vehicle. If not, in some cases it can be arranged. The vehicles for a very large group can be arranged. That's one thing. And also in the free area, the activities like cricket, volleyball, you can also perform cycling, and you can get the cycles here. Also there are a lot of indoor games like carom, foosball, everything. This activity area is usually in order to have some kind of activity training, especially an engaging zone for the kids, wherein there's small obstacles with the cones, everything that is being set up. And right in front of me is a very big balcony where you can have a view of the complete resort. Now I'm in a balcony where you can have the almost complete view of the resort. You can see there's a nice backdrop of Nandi Hills. So yeah, on talking to the staff members, they were really kind enough to permit me into this area. This is a kind of a small mini size of experience which you can get, which our army usually goes through as a training. So they have a lot of activities here, like as you can see this is the zigzag. Let me explain you the purpose on why they have included it. So first off is that we all know that the army trainees go through a lot of rigorous training, the physical, the mind, the mental coordination, everything. But then right here, you people, when you enter here in this resort, as I told you, this is the army theme resort. Along with all the facilities, the peacefulness, the calmness and everything this place has to offer, they also have this kind of a area wherein you can actually get a small gist of experience and get to know how important and how alert you should be by trying out a lot of activities. It's not that they'll just be on the guidance, they'll assist you, but also they'll give you a brief on what these activities are and how actually it should be tackled. So when I was talking to one of the staff members, I got to know that these activities are like a few among like 100 activities that they go through the training period. So all these activities, once they brief you, it's not just you will get a kind of experience of playing, but then you'll also move out with a lot of knowledge on how the things should be tackled. So for example, they have this rope thing, this setup, the rock climbing setup and the crawling setup. These all things, once you experience it and once they brief you about this, you will actually have some guidelines on how you should do it in case you kind of tackle it in a real life experience. Enter into the zone. After you get the guidelines, this is where you start from. This is called as a zigzag, wherein you have to walk on this, and this actually enables you to have a kind of a forward and the backward kind of coordination. And this is called as huyalop, wherein you will be understanding your side balancing. And after this activity you have monkey rope. So this is basically included. As you can see, some of the army officials, they are trained how we have to go from one building to other. So they'll train you, they'll guide you on how to actually complete this task. So after this activity, you can see this is scramble net. So the staff member explained me telling that, so this is kind of an activity that they will undergo if suppose there is some kind of a landslide or there is some emergency, they have to pick up some of the citizens out of a certain point. So this is what will be laid out. So in case once they'll teach you how to climb this up, this will actually kind of eliminate your fear of height and you will get to know how to handle it, because it will not be this stiff obviously when there is some of the helicopter kind of rescue operations that's been going on. So this is how you have to go. So this is the guidelines that you will get, basic guidelines. So in case in your life, in case you have to apply these kind of situations and the things that you have learned, you can easily do it, and with the right knowledge, with the right guidance, you'll have a basic idea on how to do it. So next up in front of me is called as low wall, wherein you have to jump. So they will teach the techniques for that as well. And this is called as a spider wall. The situations that goes through by actually getting trained by this is that, suppose for example, if you are in certain room, for example, if you are in a hotel and there's a fire, so if you have to go from one room to other so as to rescue yourself or to rescue others, so how would you actually catch on to some of the points, high points in the room, so that you can be rescued also. So I feel this all extremely, this life hacks everyone must know. Either we visit this place or no, everyone should know about certain kind of a rescue hacks to save yourself or to save others when you are in that kind of a situation. Up in front of me is the activity of inclined climb. You can actually get an idea of how you have to have a grip and how you have to climb. The techniques will be taught here. So yeah, you'll have a kind of a mini emergency outlet kind of situation, or the demo that you can tell that you'll be experiencing here. So this is the 40 feet crawl. So I'm going to try it up. You can listen to the echo. Okay, this is kind of, I'm crawling. This is what I had learned in my skating classes called as the duck walk. Oh my god, my head. So I'm going inside. Okay. Okay, I'm in. I think I have arrived at the end of the tunnel. Okay. Yeah, I finished it. I have something called as Burma Bridge. So I'll give you a small background on what is Burma Bridge. So this was actually created in Burma. See, as you can see, I'm panting already. That's because of the crawling there. So if you have to cross in between a very small kind of a distance, so you can see it's not a bridge that is normally square or rectangle kind of a pathway, but inclined. So they'll teach you on how to actually climb this and go from one end to the other. This Burma Bridge was for a shorter distance. For example, if you have a long distance crossing a river, you make use of what is called a zip line. So next up in front of me is what is called a Tarzan swing. So the real life example for the rescue operation in this is, suppose you have a ditch in front of you, which you can't always rely on your high jump up capabilities. So in that case, or if you can tie a rope, a tree or something like that, so they'll teach you how to actually kind of move from one area to other in the body balance, like how to keep stiff, what kind of techniques you have to do. So as you know, the first one we started with what is called a zigzag. So I have a similar kind of an obstacle here. As you can see, this is a kind of an obstacle, but it is not on a flat surface. It is kind of an ascending order. It is made of pipes. So this, as well as the next obstacle, that it is mainly made to learn the balance, the body-mind coordination. So next obstacle is this vertical rope, wherein with the help of this vertical rope you'll be actually climbing. There was an incident that happened yesterday in Nandi Hills, wherein a person was actually trekking and he couldn't climb further, and he kind of dropped down a very long distance back, and he made a video of it and put it on the social media, and he got a rescue team for his help. And in that scenario, there was a helicopter from where this kind of a rope was dropped down, and he was actually rescued by that. I think that it all requires knowledge and the experience to come out safe out of such kind of situations. So I think having knowledge on all these things will pay you big time. High tire, it's very similar to that of the scramble net which we saw. It is turning educational basically, and I'm really liking it. What you see here is called as tire cross. And this next obstacle is called as tire walk. They are left with two more obstacles in this whole circuit. This is called as a monkey swing. The first of completing all ranges for a normal civilians like us, it's a challenge in itself. And actually swinging from this point, having whole body weight on your upper body, and then swinging through this kind of an obstacle is a challenge. And the last obstacle is called as crawl. We all know, I think we have pretty much seen this kind of scenario in a lot of movies. It's a complete circuit area that you can see here, and I'm standing right in middle of this whole area, and it's called as squad post, in order to brief you about all the activities. And so this is where they will make you sit and they will brief you about the events. So right next to this obstacle ground is what you can see, the pet area. In the pet house, you can see a lot of pets that are being trained. They are being trained in order to come across this obstacle as well, or for some of the ceremonial welcomes as well. So all these pets are being trained, and they're really friendly. You can see how nice she's chilling in the middle of this obstacle arena.
Sit down, Sani. Shake it.
Sania. Hi, Sania. For the guest, it will be brief for the guest usually in the evenings. So they'll include this in the package in the evening. And the pet that you saw here, there'll be kind of a dog show that will happen in the mornings. So yeah, your mornings and evenings will be packed with all these things that you can experience for yourself, which is very exclusive. I think you'll not get it anywhere else in any other resorts. And yeah, I know that everyone's rejuvenation and the definition of having a holiday or chilling, the planning, everything will be different, and I understand that would be different for everyone. But this is a different kind of a stay, and then also get educated at the same time by having this army training kind of a feel. Thanks for staying with me throughout the video and enjoying this whole resort, the property along with me. And if you like the video, do comment down below on how you felt about this video, and also like, share and subscribe to my channel. So I would definitely document all the good experiences that I have and share it with you guys. So until our next meet, bye bye and take care.